Louisiana Beer Reviews, New Belgium's Fat Tire Amber Ale. 5.2% alcohol. This beer um, has an 18.5 IBU rating. Introduced in 1991, it uses pale, caramel 80, Munchen, and Victory barley malt. For hops, it uses Willamette, Goldings, and Target. Comes from Colorado. A good rating on Beer Advocate. The Brewers also give it a good rating. Gets a 50 out of 100 on Rate Beer, but a 73 out of 100 for the style. And it gets a fine rating on the Beer and Me, which is about kind of a high average rating. I was watching some beer reviews on this, and there's quite a few, and the ratings are mixed. The people either think it's fair or they kind of like it, and the written reviews kind of reflect that too. I hope that doesn't influence me in either way. If you ever get to go to Miami, Florida, go check out the Tampa Bay Rays. I mean the Miami Marlins. I don't know where Rays came in my head. Although you can check out the Rays if you're on a driving trip. It's only about 3 hours away for them, maybe 4. Here's a 2006 pocket schedule from the old Miami Dolphins Stadium days, which I also enjoyed. But the Miami Marlins new stadium is terrific, A+ all the way. All right, well, let's get going with this. Never had it before. All right. A lot of smoke here, a lot of smoke. All right, thick, off-white head, very clear amber appearance with some streaming bubbles. All right, so it looks pretty nice. But this Anheuser-Busch tasting glass makes a lot of stuff look nice. I love this glass. All right, let's go with the aroma. Just a medium roasted barley malt, a little bit of caramel, a little bit of woodiness. And when I hear people say woodiness, and when I say woodiness, what you're really getting is almost like the shell of a nut, like pecan shells, which is kind of like wood. All right, let's go with the flavor. I guess the pecan shell is wood. Let's go with the flavor. And it has that pecan shell flavor as well. Some caramel, some light toffee, medium roasted malt. The hop bitterness is minimal. I would have never guessed an 18.5. I'd have thought more like 12. The mouthfeel is light. It is watery. And the finish is, well, it's mostly dry, really. And this is not as soft as you would think it would be as an ale. It's got a lot of lager-like qualities, the crispness, the light mouthfeel. Pretty good amount of lacing. The drinkability is really high. It's so light-bodied. I think for a person that's just getting into the more gourmet beers, craft beers, this might be something to have because it is very mild and it's not going to be too extreme from, say, a Bud Light or a Coors Light or a Miller Light to this. I know a lot of people that when they drink that kind of stuff and they jump to a strong, like, you'll say, try this Guinness Foreign Extra Stout. They almost gag. Although I gotta say, my daughter, she's one of the exceptions because, she had never really even drank beer, and I said, well, why don't you try this Spaten Optimator double Bock. So, and we were at a German festival in New Orleans at Deutsches Haus, and she said, "Oh, let me try that." Look, look, look. She's gulping it down. Oh, that's pretty good. I couldn't get over that. Anyway, she's like that. She just goes straight forward with these harsh, extreme type beers. You know, relatively harsh, relatively extreme beers, and that's impressive. But anyway, I'll give this a I'm gonna give it a B minus. It's good, but just so. I agree with the other reviewers. It's just so watery and dull. And I mean, if you gave me a choice between this and Milwaukee's Best, I would go with Milwaukee's Best because that's more flavorful. It has a bolder taste, even though it's lower alcohol. But it's a lager. But anyway, I mean, it's okay to try. It's worth trying. I'm not going to say it's not, but don't expect a lot. There's so many better craft beers out there. This is at the lower rung of craft beer, so this will be a one-time thing for me. So, Les Bon Temps Roulé, this is a sort of good beer. It will fall into the lower level of the good category. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans.